Want a hands-on experience? Take the Pine Tree Trail, a loop trail in the Oregon Mountains that combines forest, rock, and scenic views. Bring binoculars and watch for rare birds, as well as small details that go unnoticed, a lone flower among the rocks, an old match left by a miner. The geology of New Mexico is there, pulsing in every fragment. And as you follow the path of meltwater from the snow, you'll inevitably come across a river that traces the entire journey. The epic journey of the Rio Grande. Few rivers carry as much history as the Rio Grande. From its headwaters in the mountains to its confluence in the Gulf of Mexico, it has shaped not only the landscape but also entire cultures. However, what many people don't know is that more than 80% of its flow is diverted. In other words, in certain stretches, it simply disappears for months at a time. It's a phenomenon that combines politics, climate, and survival. Yet it remains a pulsating vein of Native American history, connecting tribes, cities, and ancient traditions. Crossing the Rio Grande is more than a physical journey, it's a spiritual symbol of passage and transformation. In ancient times, native peoples would perform rituals along the river's banks, seeking healing, guidance, or protection. Today, you can still find energy points near its bends, especially on Native American reservations. Want a more profound experience? Visit the Embudo region and participate in a purification ceremony with the locals. There, Native American spirituality is lived in everyday life, not just celebrated on special dates. The river, in this context, is more than just water, it is liquid wisdom. Even in its dry stretches, the Rio Grande continues to tell stories. Exposed crevices, uncovered fossils, and animal tracks reveal the ever-changing power of nature. Here, science and nature walk hand in hand, revealing a delicate balance between human action and the power of the earth. And as you follow the riverbed, dry or not, you begin to notice a pattern, a sequence of places where healing, faith, and the past intertwine in every grain of sand. Spiritual healing and historical sites. In the small town of Chimayo, a handful of red earth has become a symbol of faith. This is no exaggeration, thousands of people visit this sanctuary every year, believing in the healing power of the soil. And many return with stories of physical, emotional, and spiritual improvement. It's the kind of place that can't be explained with logic, but can be understood with the heart. Chimayo is one of those little-known destinations in the US that blend the visible and the invisible, and show that New Mexico 2025 tourism goes beyond the landscape, it touches the soul. And right there, extending spirituality to the stars, are the ruins of the Chaco culture. Imagine a civilization that, centuries ago, organized its temples in alignment with the solstices and phases of the moon. We're not talking about supposition, this is pure mathematics and archaeoastronomy. These people, ancestors of the Navajo and Hopi, already understood the cosmic cycles as part of their daily lives. And that says a lot about Native American spirituality. It is not separate from nature, but intertwined with it. Visiting Chaco is like opening an ancient book where each stone is a page filled with sacred codes. Volcanic parks and monument preservation. At first glance, Capulín looks like just an ancient volcanic cone. But as you climb its spiral trail to the top, what you see is a panorama that seems to have been taken from another world. The wind up there blows with an ancient wisdom, as if it wanted to tell secrets from past eras. This region, part of the volcanic landscapes that shape New Mexico, is a true open-air laboratory for those seeking to understand the geology of New Mexico and its relationship with time. Climbing to the crater is like climbing through history, step by step. El Mal País, which in Spanish means the bad land, lives up to its name for those who do not understand its beauty. Its vast hills of petrified lava, natural tunnels and caves formed by eruptions defy logic and fascinate the eyes. It is a place where the earth shows what it is capable of when it boils. Many of these trails were mapped with the help of the Civilian Conservation Corps, which not only built trails and shelters but also helped preserve this ancient memory. These are secret places in New Mexico where each footprint connects the past to the present. So tell me, how many places have you visited that really changed the way you see the world? Not the ones that make for good photos, but the ones that made you think, feel, maybe even shut up for a moment. The Invisible New Mexico is exactly that, an invitation to introspection, discovery and reconnection with a part of yourself that you may not have even known existed. And now that you know that these little-known destinations in the USA are out there, just waiting for a closer look, what are you going to do with it? Will you let this experience pass you by as just another curiosity, or will you start planning a real spiritual journey through the USA? Will you continue on the obvious trails, or will you seek out what the locals themselves prefer to keep quiet? The call has been made, and you can no longer say you didn't know. Because the natural mysteries of the USA, the geological wonders, the Carlsbad Caverns, the White Sands, the trails of New Mexico. All of this awaits you. If this content has awakened something inside you, if it has stirred your curiosity or your desire to experience something deeper, then subscribe to the channel and activate notifications. We will continue exploring these places that few know about, but that no one forgets once they visit.